There comes a phase where everything you have learned begins to collide with reality at a higher level, where simply finding trends and creating content is no longer enough to stand out, because now you are not just competing with beginners, you are competing with creators who have also learned the system, who are also watching the same signals, using the same tools, analyzing the same patterns. And this is where the game evolves from discovery to positioning, from what is trending to how do I dominate a trend before it becomes overcrowded. At this point, speed alone starts to lose its edge, because when multiple creators move fast, speed becomes the baseline, not the advantage. And what begins to matter more is clarity of angle, the ability to take a trending topic and immediately identify the most compelling way to present it. The version of that idea that feels the most urgent, the most clickable, the most aligned with what the audience is actually thinking in that moment. This is where mental models begin to form, frameworks that help you break down any trend quickly, asking questions almost automatically. What is the core curiosity here? What is the emotional trigger? What is the gap in existing content? What has not been explained clearly yet? And within seconds, you begin to see not just one idea, but multiple possible directions, each with its own potential. And this ability to generate multiple angles from a single trend is what separates average creators from those who consistently win, because instead of relying on one attempt, they explore variations, testing different approaches, different titles, different hooks, increasing their chances of hitting the version that resonates most strongly with the audience. There is also a deeper understanding that begins to develop about audience intent, the realization that not all viewers are the same, that different people search for the same topic with different expectations, some looking for quick answers, others for detailed explanations, some for entertainment, others for clarity, and recognizing these layers allows you to tailor your content more precisely. At the same time, you begin to notice how saturation affects performance, how once a topic becomes too crowded, even strong content struggles to break through, and this reinforces the importance of early detection, but also introduces a new strategy, finding micro-trends within larger trends, smaller angles that are still underexplored, where competition is lower but interest is still growing. This is where creativity and analysis merge, because identifying these micro-opportunities requires both observation and imagination, the ability to see beyond the obvious, to ask slightly different questions, to approach the same topic from a perspective that others have not fully explored yet. And this is often where the biggest breakthroughs happen. Another layer of complexity appears when you start thinking in terms of content ecosystems rather than individual videos, understanding that each piece of content can lead to another, that one trend can branch into multiple related topics, creating a chain of opportunities that extend beyond a single upload. And this is how channels begin to build momentum within specific niches. You begin to see how one successful video can act as an entry point, attracting an audience that is already interested in that topic, and by following up with related content, you keep that audience engaged, increasing retention across your channel, strengthening your position within that space, and signaling to the algorithm that your content is consistently relevant. But maintaining this momentum requires awareness of when to continue and when to shift, because not every trend has long-term potential. And knowing when a topic is fading allows you to transition smoothly into the next opportunity without losing the attention you have gained. And this ability to move between trends strategically is what keeps growth consistent. There is also a growing recognition of the importance of storytelling within trend-based content, because while the topic may attract initial attention, it is the way the information is delivered that determines whether viewers stay. And by structuring your content in a way that builds curiosity, creates tension, and delivers resolution, you increase both retention and engagement. As your understanding deepens, your workflow becomes more efficient. You spend less time searching randomly and more time analyzing purposefully, less time guessing and more time executing. And this efficiency allows you to produce more content without feeling overwhelmed, maintaining consistency without sacrificing quality. And yet, even with all these advancements, there is still a constant need to stay alert, because the landscape continues to change. New trends emerge, new formats gain popularity, audience preferences shift, and staying relevant requires continuous observation, continuous adaptation, and a willingness to evolve your approach as new patterns appear. What once felt like chaos now begins to feel like a system, not a perfectly predictable one, but one that you can navigate with increasing confidence, where each decision is informed by experience, each action aligned with observed patterns, and each result, whether success or failure, adds to your understanding. So as you prepare to identify the next opportunity, as you scan the signals once again, what you now carry is not just knowledge of tools or techniques, but a strategic mindset, an ability to think ahead, to position yourself before the crowd, and to move with intention in a space where attention is always shifting, and only those who anticipate that shift manage to stay ahead of it.